Somehow entertaining. Well, that's good enough for me. Okay guys, today we'll be explaining every single Kirby character from Smash, but before we do that, I would like to talk about today's sponsor, Nintendo Wallpapers, because it's really cool Kirby wallpaper I found, also to extend this video's watch time. Yeah, that's probably not legal. Anyway, let's hop back in. Well, we weren't even in, but you know what I mean. The Kirby franchise has brought many wacky and wild characters and locations from Planet Popstar and beyond, and in saying that doesn't really any way describe this series overall in words, so I won't even try. Instead, I'll describe the main character, Kirby. Kirby is an alien that is just several circles stacked together to form one big bubblegum statue. Okay, I tried, that was pretty hard. As an alien and not one of us humans, Kirby can do many things that we can't, such as going out into space without an oxygen supply, inflating himself to the point that he could infinitely jump, and swallowing his enemies and sucking their powers? Yep, that's what leads us to his neutral special. Kirby can actually copy his enemy's abilities, or whoever he swallows. One possible theory that I'll be looking towards is that Kirby is using some sort of DNA synthesis to photocopy his opponent's abilities. Of course, he doesn't really change his whole entire body for this, but only a section of his body, that or he just simply wears a hat. Kirby can also spit out his enemies into the form of a star if he does not wish to swallow them and gain their abilities. He also does this to eradicate an ability from his body to his normal Zuck. This could prove that Kirby is a divine or intergalactic being or entity of some sort, as he could just produce mini suns, just by puking out his enemies' carcasses. Kirby's other specials are based off his copy ability, namely the Cutter, Stone, and Hammer. Yeah, guess which one came from the Club Penguin. His final smash is the Super Sword copy ability from the game Return to Dreamland, which is nothing much but just an over-exaggerated version of his normal sword copy ability. This further promotes that Kirby's insanely powerful, at least acts like he is. Meta Knight's the next character we're going to be talking about, and he's a bit different from Kirby, him having wings, and wielding a sword instead of his facial features. You know, gotta live that non-cannibalistic lifestyle. What was that joke? Anyway, most people know Meta Knight as that brawl character who was way too overpowered. I meant sure there was Snake and there was Ice Climbers, but just don't, you can't compare to this, okay? His neutral special allows Meta Knight to spin around in a tornado, and this may be because of insane magic or just how Kirby and Meta Knight's strange alien bodies work. His side special and up special are nothing much other than just showmanship for his sword abilities and somewhat acrobatics. Magic is a common factor in explaining how things work in the Kirby series, it working as some sort of catch-em-all. Beings harness these powers to do several things, but teleportation is an action that Meta Knight himself can't do, yet he does so in his down special. This is due to his dimensional cape, which helps him manipulate space and time, so he can seemingly phase in and out of existence. How a blanket can do this is anyone's guess. Meta Knight's final smash is for him to sprout an extra pair of wings, a replacement of his dimensional cape, before gaining a bolt of blue from the sky to power him up for combat. This is possible, as I explained earlier, that Meta Knight's cape can manipulate space, therefore making so that it can manipulate the space around itself to create a second pair of wings. I know, complicated. The next character is King D. His neutral special is a Suck and Cuck, which is similar to Kirby's ability, except that he doesn't copy his opponent's ability, because he's a penguin. The King also spits out his enemies in the form of a star like Kirby. Honestly, at this point, I just believe every single Kirby character is really OP. King DDD's side special is to hit a Gordo into his enemies, which is practically just a big metal spiky ball. It's just a sea urchin without the sea. His up special is to leap into the air and stomp right back down. This is possible as King DDD can change how much air is inside his body, making him light and then suddenly heavy. Penguins in real life can't do this. In fact, they can't even fly. His down special is this jet hammer, which powers his mallet with a jet booster. His final smash is to lay on the ground and intimidate the opponent. Wait, no, wrong one. DDD's final smash is to transform into his mask variant, Mask DDD. This foe is notable for fighting Kirby in many occasions and appearing as a boss. The reason why he wears a mask doesn't matter to me. The real question is, what the heck is this? Because I see a penguin dressed up as a clown, cosplaying as a rock and roller. And that'll be it for today's video. It's a bit shorter, but that's mainly due to the Kirby series having only half the playable characters in Smash as Legend of Zelda series. What series do you think I should do next? Or not do next? Post in the comments to notify me, and don't forget to click that like button if you like the video, and that dislike if you don't. Subscribe to my channel if you like this content, and peace.